Hi, my name is Steve, and I'm a part of the Bayou staff team. And I'm excited to share with you today just some of my thoughts about the 40 Days of Faith clip that we posted earlier this week. It's from this sermon series that we did back in January, but I found myself being challenged to really reconsider maybe how God wanted to expand my mind and shift from what's impossible, from what seems impossible to me, to what's possible for God. And that's really where Pastor Sean ended that clip. He had obviously talked about all of these amazing statistics about the universe around us, or even the way we're created as human beings. But he ended with that idea that maybe God wanted to use the 40 Days of Faith series to really challenge us and to expand our thinking of moving from what's impossible to us to what's possible to God. And in my life, I really felt like that could fall into two categories. And one was that God might want to change my circumstances. Literally, God could change the interactions and things that are happening with my wife and my family in my home. He might want to change the way things are going at work and the things that I'm doing, or the things that I'm being asked to do, or my relationships with people there. And God might even want to change the circumstances in our community, in our towns, in our cities, and in our nation. And that's something we should be expanding our faith in, things that feel impossible to us, but that are possible to God, and to not be discouraged because things aren't going the way we want them to go. So that's one category. Then the other category was really this, that God might want to change my response to those circumstances. You see, God obviously has the power to change the things that are going on around me. But the amazing thing, the most powerful thing I think that God can do is he can actually change our insides. He can change our character. He can change the way we think, the way we react. And that was really the area that I felt like God was challenging me personally in. That instead of reacting at times with selfishness, with anger, with frustration, or just because I'm tired, or all of those kinds of things, that instead of my response being driven from that my response would actually be driven from God's character and from God's strength and God's grace working inside of me. So where might God be challenging you to expand your thinking, to move from thinking about what's impossible to you into what's possible for God? Is it about maybe God changing a circumstance in your life that you'd kind of given up on? Or maybe it's God changing your response to the situation you find yourself in today, this week. Our God is a God who is close. He's present. He's aware of and sees what's going on in our lives and in our hearts. And if we'll expand our thinking and make that shift from impossible to possible, I believe we can see him move in our lives in ways we never thought possible. So I hope that was encouraging to you, and I hope you have a great rest of the week. Talk to you soon.